Welcome back to One Tree Planted's Reforestation Nation, ladies and gents. I'm your host, Alexander Graham Markulides, and today we are at Princeton University with a worldwide expert in food composting. Dr. Nick, we'd love to have you on. Thank you for coming.
Hi, Alex. Nice to see you again.
Great to see you. So what are we going to see today?
I'm going to show you the ForeSolutions Model 1000 composting system. It's in operation here on the Princeton campus. It's designed to process up to 5,000 pounds per week of uneaten food in the nutrient-dense compost. In the few months that they've had it here on campus, they've already diverted 50 tons of uneaten food from landfills. Would you like to see it?
Let's go take a look.
Alex, this is the scrap lab on the Princeton University campus. Now that stands for Sustainable Composting Research at Princeton. When they first told me about wanting to use that name, I thought, scraps, that has a negative connotation, but it's kind of grown on me. So this is the trailer where they're going to offload the finished compost, and I'll talk more about that later.
Okay.
This is the actual digestion vessel. Again, I'll talk more about that later. And then we're going to move up to this direction here where they have the scale where they weigh the buckets of uneaten food and the wood shavings that's going to make the feedstock for the composting system. Then as we come here, here's the loader where the lift arm where they lift all the buckets for dumping it into the hopper, and we'll talk more about that on this side.
Nick, how exactly does your composting machine work?
Well, it all starts with the collection of uneaten food. We're at Princeton University today, where they collect food from some of their dining facilities. They're going to transform it into nutrient-dense compost using this ForeSolutions Model 1000 composting system. The step starts with them taking food, putting it into this hopper,
right?
And then they're going to put wood shavings in this hopper. They're all going to pass down through this shredder, where everything gets chopped up into the size of roughly a standard sugar cube. So raw meats, cooked meats, bones, shells, fruits, vegetables, you name it. This is our mouth, this is our teeth. It's going to drop down into our throat, and it's going to go into our stomach. Okay, so the system is fully automated. This is the process control panel. You remember the guy on TV a few years ago that had the commercials about making, the infomercials about the rotisserie for chicken?
I do.
And his tagline was, set it and forget it. In other words, you put the chicken in there, close the door, push the button, and go away, and 3 hours later the chicken's done.
Right.
This is kind of the same concept. You load it, load the food, load the wood shavings, and forget it. The system will rotate the drum when it's supposed to be rotated, and aerate the drum when it's supposed to be aerated. And the Princeton staff doesn't have to come back until the next time either they're going to load or they're going to offload. So it's fully automated. Then we have the digestion vessel. This is the stomach. This is where all the work takes place. This is where the food and the wood shavings are transformed into compost. The food is fully digested into a more reduced form. The wood shavings are kind of unchanged, but that's okay because that's what you really want in the compost, because it's the wood shavings. They're going to help avoid the compaction of the soil. They're going to help maintain a higher level of moisture retention. The food is just there for the nutrients. So this is the end of the process. This is the discharge port. Okay. After 5 days, the compost is discharged. It falls through this screener. We do that because when you have any time something is going in a rotational force like that, pieces are going to accrete, just like our universe. That's how our solar system is formed, our planets are formed. We want to screen them out. They'll just go right back through the shredder and be run through the process again. And after 5 days, you end up with finished compost that can be used as a soil amendment. We do recommend, however, that if they're going to, the user is going to package it in some kind of a sealed package for retailing purposes, then allow the microbes to kind of go quiet for about 2 to 3 weeks before you package it.
And why is that?
Well, because if you don't do that, they're going to use up all the oxygen in that package in about 15 minutes, and then it's going to really stink when you open it. It's when composting systems go anaerobic. In other words, no oxygen, that we get what we humans think is unpleasant smells, like the hydrogen sulfide or rotten egg smell.
Why not do windrows? How is this better?
Well, windrows are big, usually 300 feet long, 12 to 16 feet wide, 8 to 12 feet high. They require very expensive equipment to turn, and it takes anywhere from 9 to 12 months for the process to be completed, whereas this takes 5 days.
Really?
Additionally, windrows favor what some people have suggested is the reverse model that we want for sustainability. In other words, very large-scale, centralized processing. Our technology favors small-scale, local, decentralized. And there's a lot of people who are working in the sustainability field that are becoming increasingly convinced that this uniquely American phenomenon, as big is better, is always the way to go, is not necessarily true. And when it comes to recycling uneaten food, I'm convinced that small-scale, local, decentralized is the most sustainable model.
What's the future for ForeSolutions? I mean, how do we get this into every single city, into every single major university, at airports? How do we make this technology ubiquitous? Because I think seems to me it's the best kept secret, and here, hidden in the Ivy League of Princeton, New Jersey.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's a slow start. We've got 5 systems in operation now. We're hoping to double that in the next year or 2.
Dr. Nick, you've created technology that can shift the way the world manages waste. What do we really need to know?
Four Solutions believes that food is not waste until it's wasted.
Okay.
And we believe that soil is one of our most precious natural resources. We challenge conventional notions about recycling and conventional notions about soil restoration. The way we challenge the notion of recycling is by using our patented composting biotechnology to recycle truly uneaten food, and that there is a cycle. It goes from the soil to our plates, to our discarded area, to the composting machine, back into the soil.
Right.
There's a true cycle. We challenge the notion of soil restoration by using our nutrient-dense food-based compost to restore the vitality of soil so we can improve plant productivity, so we can grow enough food to feed ourselves and our future generations. That's why we do what we do.
Subscribe to stay alive, Reforestation Nation. Thank you, Dr. Nick.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thanks for watching Reforestation Nation, where we interview impact leaders about how we can scientifically thrive with nature. And as always, subscribe to stay alive by clicking here and watch more content with us right here.
Please click and subscribe.
This is Martin from 7th Generation. If there's any green guru, it's him. If he's doing it, I would do it too.
Click and subscribe.
To stay alive.
You
We'll
think
see you
they're
next
really
time.
going to do that?
I hope so.
Okay,
I don't know. We'll see.
we'll see.
All right, Martin. Thank you, sir.
Pleasure, Alex.